there, guys, and welcome to episode 0 of our My Career. Today, we are starting a brand new journey on this brand new game, and without any further ado, we're going to head straight in and see what we have.
Formula One, a new season and a new dawn as a brand new team lines up on the grid. That means an even harder challenge to secure that coveted championship silverware, as the on-track action is turned right up to 11. We're ready for excitement ahead as the teams return to the drawing board in the battle to end Red Bull's dominance. They'll need to balance their aspirations for high performance with the risk of pushing too far and inviting catastrophic failures out on the track. With many drivers on the last year of their contracts, team principals will need to ensure that they're kept in the right mindset across the whole season, as well as managing sponsor demands and protecting their most valuable assets from the prying eyes of their rivals. As a new competitor enters the fray, anything is possible. This is Formula One.
Okay, guys, so that looks very good. We are the 11th team on the grid for this 2024 season. Here, first of all, it's telling us our profile, so our name and origin. So we've got lots of different origins here. Okay. Okay, guys, and we're going to go with technical breakthrough on this one, I think. And for the team name, this is going to be the name of our team, Cooper F1 team. Let's go to the next step. Oh, so we can choose the drivers and the staff. This is interesting. So we can change the rating over here. Oh no, so these are the drivers that we can choose from for the first car. Okay. So we can go for Piastri, Bottas, Gasly, Ocon, Hulkenberg. Definitely not Stroll. Little 7 million. We're going to go for Oscar Piastri. And car 2 with Piastri. I think we're gonna go with Hulkenberg. Piastri and Hulkenberg for the two drivers. In terms of the staff, who can we go for? I think we're gonna go for Pierre Wache. Go for Balbo, of course. Okay. Jonathan Wheatley. Of course, it's got to be Bono and Lambiasi. So we've got our staff here and we're ready to go. Now from here we can choose the team colours. So let's have a little look at what we've got. Oh, I think that's randomised. That's interesting. Okay, let's have a look at what presets we've got for us. Oh, that's a very nice one. All pink, Pink Panther. Some very nice liveries to choose from. Oh, these are like the retro liveries. We've got Jordan, we've got the old McLaren, I think it is. And just because we like the old McLaren, I think we're going to go with one like this to start off with, potentially. Let's see if we can maybe edit it. No, I don't think we can edit it, guys. So let's have a look and see what we've got all the way at the bottom. So many options to choose from. So many to go for, and we're not yet at the bottom of the page. Oh, that one looks nice. There's the Twitch car. That one is Arava's car. Tom P1 with Matt and Tommy. Jarno Otmir and Tiamat Marduk. That is a nice looking car, right? Yep, we're going to go with this one as our car. This is the one. That is the car livery. The team colours, we're going to go for... Oh, we need to try and match up the blue now. About there, maybe. Okay, so we're going to go for something like that in the driver suits. We're going to see what presets we have. Okay, we're going to try and go for our own design here on this one. And I like this one. Right, so we have the paint here as well, the helmet. Okay. Yep, we're going to go with something like that, guys. We're going to save that. And now we're going to go into the logo. Okay. Right. Right, let's have a look at this. Not quite sure how this is working. Oh, that's how we do it. Okay, so I am stupid. So what we need to do is change it and have a layer for each thing. That makes more sense now. Do we want the wide one or the small one? Gotta go for the wide one. Okay, that makes sense now. Right. We're finally here and ready to go, guys. There we go, and that is going to be the logo. We're going to keep it nice and simple, this design, and we're going to go with that as our team name. And here we go, guys. Team principal, Pro, Tominator 4, Experience Manager. We're going to go standard for this first one, just to get a feel of how things are going. Okay, so we have our team now created. Oscar Piastri and Nico Hulkenberg. are our drivers. Let's have a quick look through the menus. Our first day here. That is fantastic. And there is the beautiful car that we have for ourselves with Lambiase and Bono. Let's also have a look at scouting for some affiliate drivers. Let's go straight to the obvious two before we do anything else. Well, and maybe Hadjar as well, but we're gonna... Oh, okay. Do we only have one scout at the moment? Yep, looks like it. Okay, so we'll stick with that. And I think we're gonna upgrade some things. We've got 10 million to spend, so we're gonna do the wind tunnel. And that has taken our budget, but we're going to have a look and see if there's anything we can do. Okay, Kimmy's scouting is complete. Let's have a look at Ollie Behrman as well. Okay, sponsor negotiations now. This is going to be interesting. And we're going to go for the medium option here just to play it safe. And we're also going to go for this one here. And those will be all of our sponsors for the season. The total funding $85 million as we accept that, and through we go. And we have new decals available. Decals, there we go. Okay. Right, so we're going to make that white. There we go, confirm that. And there we go, guys. I think that's the car we're going to go with. This is fantastic for us. Our suit is very basic. Let's have a look as well at adding some of our decals. Colour change that to white as well. Like that, that's lovely. Raka can also change to white, so we're going to have everything white on our thing here. Okay. And I think that's how we're going to go, guys. We're going to look like this. Oh, that's the one we want. Apply, change, and exit editor. There we go. And now we've got our sponsor plan where we can choose our engagement activities. So these are the top engagement activities, but they do have a knock on driver performance. Okay, we're going to do this one for the mentality of both of the drivers. We're going to do the factory race day experience, the tour, the guided tour, and finally the wind tunnel, and that will be us. And here goes the sponsor plan for us. So we've got that started, no problem. Let's have a look at the all new mentality hub. So currently no one's enthusiastic, but we have 3 members of the team positive with 3 neutral. So we've got 27 million in the bank. So let's see if we can get anything developed for the team. And we're going to go straight away for the front and rear wing for this upgrade. And we're going to hope that this can be a big upgrade for us. And we're going to do that now. So we've got the front wing designed. We're also going to do the rear wing designed. And then hopefully we'll have them on the car very, very shortly. Set that to rushed as well. And there we go. So we have the front and rear wing coming in now. And first round is Bahrain, of course. Maybe we can upgrade something else as well. Maybe the factory. That's 7 million that costs us. So factory, suspension simulator. We're going to upgrade the suspension simulator as well. And then the next ones will be SFD. Okay, and things like that. As we head closer to Bahrain now, to start off the season. Oh, post-Bahrain testing. Okay, that's good. It looks like we might have to help with the low speed. Okay, and Oscar, we're going to go 9th. We're going to go conservative. And with Nico, we're going to go 10th. And here we go, guys. We're now getting straight into the first weekend of the season.
F1 is back, ladies and gentlemen, and the grid is set to grow. A new season is upon us as Formula One returns to the Middle East, ready to kick things off here in Bahrain. But change is afoot. The paddock has grown, the grid extended. Yes, that's right, 11 teams, 22 drivers, and the hottest competition motorsport has to offer. There's now a rookie on the McLaren team, which is both an opportunity and a challenge. Okay then, let's get to it.
Okay guys, so first thing we're going to do today is try and make sure that the setups for both Piastri and Hulkenberg are good enough. So we're going to send them both straight out. Look at that beautiful new team that we have. Beautiful.
Radio check. Loud and clear.
Radio check.
And radio's loud and clear.
This is outlap normal.
Okay, copy.
And we're going to skip straight through this first stint. And see what happens. Well, we're quicker than Logan Sargent. That's a bonus to start off with. Piastri up to second. That's a good lap. What tyres is everyone on at the moment? Okay, that's pretty good. Hulkenberg up to fifth.
Give us a balance check.
Very snappy.
Okay, copy.
All okay with the car?
It's a bit difficult to drive at the moment.
Understood.
Okay, so everything's bad to start off with, so let's try and fix this up straight away. Okay, what can we do? So we're going to try and go with this one and see what Hulk thinks of it.
Good lead.
So we'll stop on the marks and back into the garage.
Okay, and we're going to go like that with Oscar, and we're going to see how that goes as well. Currently P4 and P6 in the session. Just as I say that, P7. Okay, so we're going to send both drivers back out on track.
Okay, look out for cars behind.
Okay, so hopefully this
Keep
time
building,
round we'll
Tim.
be a lot closer
Copy.
on both of the setups. Okay, we're going to attack with both drivers on this lap to try and put a better lap on the board from Piastri and Hulkenberg. What can they do? That's more like it.
Cool the tyres.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off a cliff on that tyre.
Copy.
And we're straight to the top of the standings as it stands with that push lap. Very nicely indeed. With just over 20 minutes left in the session, we're running far and above everyone else, but I'm not sure if they've actually pushed yet. So we'll have to wait and see on that one, but we do look like we have good pace. We'll just have to wait and see shortly.
If we can have a balance check.
It's much better.
Okay, copy.
All okay with the car?
Fine.
Yep, understood. No problems.
Okay, so we're going to leave them out there for the rest of the session to see how we can fine-tune their setup for FP2, and then we're going to head straight into that as well. Okay, so let's have a look here at Piastri. So the oversteer is not good. Okay, we need to try and rein that in a bit. If we can do anything about that. Let's have a look right here. And I think we're going to go with it like this for Piastri. Let's have one last look at Hulkenberg. 83% on Hulk. Okay, and we're going to go for that on Hulk, and that is going to be what we use at the start of FP2 in this session. And we're going to send them out for the last little bit of the session. We are currently top as it stands with Piastri. And it's P3 with Hulkenberg.
Okay, that's the checkered flag.
And we're going to end the session spectacularly. Our first ever session, and we end top. What a milestone, with Hulkenberg in third as well. Okay, and we're going to go to FP2 as well. Just make sure that setup is bang on. Looks like it. We're going to go with that. And for Hulk, we're going to go for that as well. We're going to send them both straight back out. And hopefully we'll have a look at the setup. And we're going to push for one lap with both drivers and see where they can get.
Cool the tyres.
And it's P1 and 2 once more.
Let's just not cook the tyres.
Copy. How's the balance? Yep, okay, roger.
Have a balance check when you can. Okay, copy.
And that is good to see from both drivers. They're both enjoying the setup. And it clearly shows being top of the standings once more here in FP2. Just getting some more experience on the setup. And right at the end, we're going to go out on the soft compound tyres to see what sort of lap times we can pull off. Both drivers in the garage now. 91 on Piastri. We like that. We're gonna go with that. And what about Hulkenberg? 88. That's also good. We're gonna go with that. And for the last half an hour of the session, they will be out on the soft compound tyres. Okay, and now we're going to send them both out once more on their soft compound tyre run. I'll be interested to see as well if we're able to maintain our lead at the top of the session, or if anyone goes on softs and beats the time of a 1:31.993 set by Piastri. And so far this weekend he's had probably around a 2/10 cushion over Hulkenberg through the practices. Will it change in qualifying? Well, we're going to have to wait and see. And we still have lots of tyre wear left. Let's go for a lap.
So pick up the pace, pick up the pace.
Let's go for a lap with Piastri.
We are out of DRS. Copy. So we are low on battery at the moment.
Copy.
And they're getting slightly closer to the time, but not within a second as it stands. And both of our drivers are now heading into the pits. We're going to send them back out on the tyres for the last 6 minutes of the session. And finally, someone else is within a second. It's Carlos Sainz, 0.9 of a second behind Piastri. And that is the end of Friday practice. And Cooper F1 team have picked up a 1-2 in both of the practice sessions. That is the main story from the Friday. Both on mediums, and we're looking pretty decent at the moment. Both of them have a good setup and ready for qualifying. And without any further ado, we are going to skip past FP3 and go straight to qualifying.
Qualifying is coming up, and the drivers will be ready and raring to go.
Bahrain's track is dusty and abrasive, and even under the floodlights, qualifying is tough on soft tyres. Teams will need to use their tyre allocations wisely.
Given what we've seen of late, what do you think of Kevin Magnussen there, Karun?
They weren't as quick as I expected them to be in practice. They'll want to land better lap times than that today to earn a solid position on the starting grid.
There's not much left to say, so let's get into it.
Okay, so we're going to go straight to Q1. And fingers crossed we should be able to get through this with ease. Okay, and now is the time that we are going to pounce and go out in the session. We've got Nico Hulkenberg exiting the pit lane, with Piastri following just behind him. And Hulkenberg about to start his lap. Let's go to the new camera for this year. It is the Helicam, so we're going to go on the Helicam and watch Hulkenberg start his first ever qualifying lap with Cooper F1 team. His first ever qualifying lap. And it's a purple. Wow, and it's purple at the moment for Hulkenberg. Oh, but we're being held up by RB. We're being held up by the RB of Daniel Ricciardo. That definitely is not helping our case. We've been held up there massively. And we're only now just past. Is that good enough? And that is impressive.
P6.
Next car, Hulkenberg coming through it.
And it's P2 for Piastri.
Currently P2.
And we're P2 in this session with Hulkenberg and Piastri. And I think Hulkenberg potentially could have gone quicker there, but he was held up for a really, really long time behind Daniel Ricciardo. We should be safe. There's about a second gap behind Hulkenberg, so we're not going to risk anything. And we're not going to head back out for the rest of Q1. And we do end up in this session P5 and P7 at the end of it. So definitely not a bad start for Cooper F1 team. As we move on to Q2, this one we're going to go out initially on the set of tyres from the first round of qualifying, just to put in a banker lap, and then we're going to go out on fresher tyres later in the session. Okay, and this time we're going to go on board with Oscar Piastri. We're going to look at the visor cam for this lap. that's Piastri purple, followed by Hulkenberg with the purple first sector. And we're looking quick out there in Bahrain. Hulkenberg's had the better lap so far. 2 purple sectors behind his teammate Oscar Piastri as Piastri comes up to the line. What will the time be? And it's an improvement on Alonso, 4 tenths quicker than the Aston Martin driver.
Put your P1 for the moment.
And
that's currently P1.
And it's P1 for Hulkenberg.
Box, and call the car.
Piastri with the quickest last sector. And we're a little bit of distance off the back of Lando Norris. But this is where we are going to use our new tyres at the end of the session to hopefully give us a bit more of an edge. And we're going to go out with about 3 minutes left on the clock, and hopefully we will be able to do something special. And here comes Piastri.
And circuit's all clear.
Good to go.
And it's Hulkenberg ready to start the lap as well. Let's see what sort of sector times we get as that's Lando Norris getting out of the way.
Yeah, saw that.
It's improved though for Piastri despite his issues in the first sector. What about Nico Hulkenberg? And it's not an improvement for Hulkenberg. Interesting. As we'll now skip through to the end of the second sector. And it's another improvement for Piastri. And Piastri says he's had a lot of traffic on this lap so far. Hulkenberg not improving. As Piastri hits the line, where will he rank? And he goes up to P4, Piastri. And can Hulkenberg improve? No, he doesn't. So it's P4 and P6 at the end of P5 and 7 at the end of Q2. And now we'll head on to the final part of qualifying. Fingers crossed, in our first ever qualifying 3 session, we are able to get a great starting position for the race. So here goes Piastri, the first of our 2 drivers on the quick lap. He's got a Ferrari behind him, but I don't think he has to worry about that at all. Piastri fast, but not fastest of all. What about Hulkenberg, who's also fast? Comparing the first sector times, Piastri has about 1/10 of a second at the moment over Hulkenberg. Let's skip closer into the lap. Piastri middle sector, 40.3 to a 40.6 on Hulkenberg. Piastri definitely has time over Hulkenberg on this initial first run in Q3. On the run up to the line now, where will Piastri slot in compared to Norris? And it is behind Norris. 0.2 of a second.
P2. Okay, cool the tyres and we will box this lap. Box this lap.
Copy.
P4 for Holt.
Yeah, currently P6.
Okay.
Oscar pit then.
Focus on your marks.
And we're going to go out here right at the end of the session as it currently stands. Could be a front row start for Oscar Piastri. But we've got a really random top 10 there. Sorry, but that has really just gone under the radar from me that I did not see. So we are missing a McLaren. We are missing a Ferrari. We are missing a Mercedes. Okay. That is crazy stuff. And here we go as they come to start their final laps with 30 seconds to go. It's Oscar Piastri and Nico Hülkenberg. Where can they get in this Q3 session? Let's see if they improve on their first sector lap times. Oh, and for some reason it's missed Piastri's. The timing screen has missed Piastri's. But we do know Hülkenberg has improved in the first sector, 9 tenths down on his teammate after the first run. And Piastri's lap times are not saving. Hülkenberg, we know, is definitely improving. And Piastri currently knocked down to P5 in the session. Can Piastri move up in the standings? And I'm convinced there was something dodgy there with Piastri's timing screens. It wasn't working. And he ends up 7th. He'll feel a little bit hard done by that. But we will start the race in P5 and P7. For the first ever qualifying, that is not bad at all.
Here in Sakhir, the floodlights are on, and it's nearly time for 57 laps around the Bahrain International Circuit.
Bahrain has seen some of the most dramatic races in F1, like Sergio Perez's incredible 2020 victory, surging ahead from being last on the opening lap.
Bahrain is known for high tyre degradation, as the asphalt here is so abrasive. The drivers are facing many low to medium speed corners, and any heavy braking will inevitably take its toll on the tyres. Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
And without any further ado, guys, I think we're going to head straight into this one. So it's a soft, medium, medium. And a soft, medium, soft is how we are going to start the race for both of these drivers.
You're witnessing a new chapter in Formula One as 11 teams line up on the grid.
They've got to drive a perfect race if they're going to fight up from P7 in this one.
And the time has come. Let's go racing. This is it. 22 cars on the grid. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Okay, and we're going to go up into deploy it, and here we go to the helicam.
Come on, mate.
And we lose out a position each for both of our drivers. It's P6 and P8. We're sticking with them though. Hülkenberg still on the back of Alonso.
So DRS has been enabled. Currently P6th. Alonso is the car ahead.
And look at that. Can we go for a move round Alonso? Doesn't quite
So
work.
with George behind. behind the 0.8.
You know I'm going fast, mate.
Such an awesome job, mate.
Right, let's have a look as we go into turn 4. Can they squeeze by? And Oscar Piastri climbs higher.
And look at that, Piastri and Hulkenberg both gaining the place immediately. So we're back to P5, P7 in this Grand Prix. And Hulkenberg all over the back of the Red Bulls ahead. And Piastri closing in on Alonso. Now Alonso's dropped out from behind Hulkenberg. And Hulkenberg looks like he's definitely able to stick with the front.
On the rears if you can.
Yeah.
No way, he's going to go for the move on Sergio Perez, is he? Not quite, he's going to sit in the wheel tracks. As is Piastri as well. There's a bit of a gap forming between Alonso and Hulkenberg. 1.1, he's just out of the DRS.
Pick up the pace a little bit from here.
And look at that, Piastri round the outside of Fernando Alonso. What a fantastic overtake. With P5 and P6 in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Let's watch that beautiful overtake once again. Sweeping round the outside, Oscar Piastri.
Lovely stuff.
It was lovely stuff indeed, Oscar. What a fantastic overtake. And we're now nearly on the back of this group. Sainz has got away out front, but you've got Norris, Perez, Verstappen, Hulkenberg and Piastri and Alonso as well, actually, all in this squabble. Meanwhile, Sainz has checked out up front and his teammate Leclerc's only in 14th, hanging around with Hamilton in 13th as well. And now they're starting to break away a little bit, but these two are still fighting. And we're keeping a bit more of our tyres at the moment. But P5, P6, it looks great. And Verstappen looks like he's going at Perez, but now they've stopped squabbling. They look like they've pulled up to Sainz a little bit, nearly in his DRS, as Russell sends it down the inside of Fernando Alonso for P7. Leclerc and Hamilton making no progress so far. And now Sainz has been reeled into within DRS. So now it's effectively the top 8 all together in a long train. And they're sticking with the Red Bulls as it stands. And they're using more tyre wear than we are. We look like we have good tyre wear in the Grand Prix. And Sainz has now been overtaken by Norris. We didn't see that beforehand, but now Norris is our new race leader with the fastest lap as it stands. Meanwhile, Verstappen and Perez having an absolute ding-dong battle. Hulkenberg.
Just try and keep these as cool as possible.
Yep. So focus on just bringing your tyre temperatures back under control for the moment.
Just maximise that car cooling.
Yeah.
And we're going to drive in clean air with both drivers.
As best you can. Yep.
And we'll push.
And Hulkenberg's overtaken Perez. What a move from the veteran German.
good lad.
Let's watch that once more. Bono loves that one, calling him a good lad. Nico Hulkenberg, P4 in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Will Nico Hulkenberg be able to achieve his first ever podium?
I got fast, mate.
You know I got fast, mate. He is fast. Absolutely fast. And he's now trying to put pressure on Max Verstappen. Piastri is looking at a potential move on the back of Checo Perez. And Perez going for the move on Hulkenberg.
Okay, copy.
Press and hold the overtake.
Copy.
And we're back past Perez with Hulkenberg.
Really well executed. Sainz is the next car ahead.
And we're there with Piastri as well. And we've got both cars there. And we're really in contention for the win today. And here we go. We're all over the back of Carlos Sainz with Hulkenberg. Is Perez about to reclaim 4th place? Yes, he is. And Piastri's just sticking in the DRS. And what lap do we have to stop? Between 14 and 20 for Hulkenberg. So I think Hulkenberg can push slightly more. So we're going to push more with Hulkenberg.
Let us know what you think on the tyres.
Tyres, everything is good.
And we're right on the back of Sainz. And Verstappen's checked out front, 3.3. But we're having a look at potentially getting ourselves our maiden podium on our first ever appearance. And we're still hanging on. We've pulled away from P7, P5 and P6 at the moment look like the minimum that we should be achieving. And we're right on the back of both the McLaren and the Ferrari. Both Red Bulls starting to get up front a little bit. And Piastri gets past Nico Hulkenberg now.
Out the tyres.
Tyre feels okay.
And we're now in a fight for P3 with Norris and Sainz by the looks of it. And we're right there with them.
So currently P5.
And we're doing a fantastic job.
Car behind is Hulkenberg. 0.8.
And we're using less up of our tyres compared to Lando Norris. We've got 20% more tyre wear. And we're having a look on Lando. Lando looks like he's just got the edge. But we're going to use a little bit of our ERS down the straight.
Yeah, copy.
Doing the same with Hulkenberg as well. Hulkenberg looks like he's gaining.
Only just on DRS this time.
Hulkenberg round the outside and he's re-overtaken his teammate.
So you can pick up the pace.
And Hulkenberg up
Press
the inside of
overtake.
Norris.
Copy.
And now, what can Piastri do? Can he gain on Norris
Overtake
as
is
well?
available. Overtake available.
Yep.
And Piastri's through as well.
Tyres okay for the
Double
moment.
overtake on
Copy.
Norris. It's P4, P5.
So we're ready for you.
Copy.
Just close up.
And we're surely going to overtake Carlos Sainz this time. And Piastri's overtaken Hulkenberg.
Update us on tyres.
Okay, consistent at the moment.
Just push it.
Less of a lift.
Copy.
Checo pitted.
And we're going to pit this lap with Nico Hulkenberg. And Hulk has got ahead of Piastri. And we're trying to close the gap in a little bit to Sainz. Here comes the pit stop.
Copy.
And our first ever pit stop in F1 goes successfully.
Just watch the white line on exit. Currently P14. So it's now Perez car ahead. Gap at 1.8. So Albon car behind. Gap at 4.5. And just need a little more lift and coast.
Copy.
Push.
Copy.
And who's that having an issue in the pits?
Make sure to keep these tyres in good nick.
And Norris
Good.
already pitted and he's managed to get back ahead.
Box this lap.
Box.
And they're getting caught up behind the RBs. This could be an opportunity to catch up. Is Sainz potentially doing a one stop? And now Piastri also comes into the pits on lap 21. What is his pit stop going to be like? Make it a quick one for him, lads. 2.9, decent. And he comes out behind Nico Hulkenberg.
Hulkenberg ahead. Gap 2.2. Okay, so car behind is now Leclerc. Okay, gap at 3.3. Just focus on that management.
Yeah.
And Leclerc is with us now in this race. We might drop the position to him. But he should be the only driver who we will be under threat from in this race. And Sainz in the pit, and Hulkenberg's maintained the position.
Leclerc will have DRS.
Sainz on fresh soft. And both Ferraris bearing down on us. We shouldn't really have no right to be in front of Ferrari, considering we're a brand new team. But Sainz has overtaken Hulkenberg, but P5 is still a fantastic result on debut, along with Oscar Piastri. And to think in our first Grand Prix, we are quicker than the Mercedes. That is unimaginable. And Hulkenberg sticking with Carlos Sainz, to be fair to him. Piastri's been dropped by Leclerc, but Hulkenberg with the double dose of DRS, but he's now outside of DRS and Leclerc looks like he's going to come on through.
And let's push.
And we're sticking with Leclerc. Considering this is our first ever race, we're only about 8-9 seconds off the lead after 28 laps. That is a fantastic start to life in Formula One. Russell looks like he might be catching up a little bit now, but he is on soft compound tyres.
So head down.
Yeah, copy that.
There's a yellow flag now.
So we'll drop temp on the rears if you can.
Copy.
Just try and keep these as cool as possible.
Copy.
We're happy to pick up the pace now and drop this manager.
Piastri is starting to catch up Hulkenberg a little bit here. P6 and P7. Optimal lap to pit, and Hulkenberg's going to come in at the end of this lap, so we're going to push
So
with
box the
him.
end of this lap.
20 laps remaining.
Copy.
So it's hammer time.
Copy.
It is hammer time, but it's for Hulkenberg. And into the pits comes Hulkenberg. What sort of pit stop can he achieve? 2.9. Another respectable pit stop for the Hulk.
We'll drop back to normal pace now.
Yep. You can cancel or reduce liftoff where possible.
Copy.
Yeah, increase your gap again.
Yeah.
We're going to go on mediums.
Box, pit confirm.
Box.
And here's Piastri now in the pit lane. Slightly better pit stop. And he does come out behind Hulkenberg by about 9
So you've got
seconds.
Hulkenberg ahead. Gap 9.2. Russell now the car behind. Gap behind 4.2. 17 laps remaining. Gap 8.8. Behind you have Fernando. Fernando 7.4 behind you. Could you double your lift off, please?
Copy.
Tyres are in good shape.
Copy.
Quite instant that to turn 1. So we can have debris on track.
Here's the replay. So here we go, heading into turn 1.
And it's Sargent, of
Barely
course.
any room to manoeuvre. And oh, that's obviously far from intentional, but there was contact. And thankfully, after that, it seems the drivers are okay.
So focus on cooling the tyres.
Copy.
Everything you've got.
Yep. Copy.
So really focus on cooling tyres.
Yep. Copy.
Free to push.
Copy.
And now with 5 laps to go, we're about to have an absolutely fantastic finish of P6 and P7, about 22 seconds off the lead. That is a fantastic foundation to start from, finishing above the likes of Alonso, Russell, Hamilton in just our first Grand Prix.
Temps look good, so you can probably afford to push a little bit more.
Let's push.
And we're actually starting to close in a little bit on the cars ahead. And starting the last lap is Cooper F1 team on our debut, about to come home in P6 and
We're happy with
P7.
tyre management.
We could not ask for a better start to life in F1. A double points scoring finish.
And Sainz crosses the line first. He's taken the win.
And it's a Ferrari 1-2. Leclerc from 14th had a blinder. Norris to recover 3rd, Red Bull 4th and 5th. But here's the real story of the day. P6 and 7 to Cooper F1 team to start off life in F1.
So casing temps are hitting the limit.
Copy.
So we have a checkered flag now. That's P6, mate. Good job today, mate.
Good job. Thank you.
So you'll be coming into the pit lane.
Okay, that's the checkered flag. Gave it your all, mate.
Not too bad. Thank you very much, everyone.
Plenty of pickup on the way in as well, please, mate.
And that is fantastic. We are going to be surely the third team
And
in the
after the checkered
championship.
flag has flown, there's Nico Hulkenberg.
Yeah, and in the end, it was a finish in P6, which will bring in a few points.
And Carlos Sainz heading up to the podium now, the Spaniard adding another to his record.
And that's win number 1 of the season. And it's sure to provide them with a real confidence boost.
Same as for Leclerc,
And we've
14th to
certainly kicked
2nd.
things off in style here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
They didn't do too badly today. A pretty respectable outcome as far as they'll be concerned. But they need to keep pushing. They can't afford to sit back.
I don't know what
And
Karun's
that
talking
is
about.
that for this weekend's action here in Bahrain.
In the next round, we head to the shores of the Red Sea as Formula One returns to Jeddah for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
I don't agree with what Karun said there. We had a fantastic race. Look at that. We sit 4th in the constructors, above Mercedes, 1 point behind McLaren. What a fantastic start. And we pick up some extra cash as well from our P6, P7 finish. Zaria Sims performance rating has gone up. That's nice to see. And yeah, guys, so if you did enjoy it, the first episode of my career, then please make sure, guys, to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. You'll hopefully be coming back to watch round 2 at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Thank you all, take care, and peace.